setup by Varun Chakravarti. 5 wickets nikale baad bhi, he managed to do major damage for the team, and unfortunately, incredible batting from Tristan Stubbs and Varun Chakravarti as well. In other news, India or Pakistan winning a series in Australia after 22 years under the capable leadership of Mr. Mohammad Rizwan. I think you've got to commend Pakistan the way they fought back after the बांग्लादेश सीरीज जिस तरीके से मतलब खेल रहे हैं, सीरीज पे सीरीज जीते हैं, इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट एट होम जीते, कंडीशन चेंज कर दिए. सो इट गोज टू शो, जो बोलते हैं कि भाई कंफर्ट जोन में जितना आप रहोगे उतना आप सुकून में रहोगे, और यू हैव टू गेट a little bit uncomfortable to find yourself again, and I think Pakistan have done that pretty well, and 22 years के बाद जीतना बहुत बड़े achievement है. So ये 2 मैचेस अभी हुए. तीसरा मैच था श्रीलंका वर्सेस न्यूजीलैंड, जहाँ पे न्यूजीलैंड लास्ट ओवर में ग्लेन फिलिप्स पिकिंग अप अ कपल ऑफ विकेट्स टू सील द विन फॉर देम इन द T20. So it's 1-1 there as well. And then just 2 T20s, and there's going to be 3 ODIs from that tour. So incredible 1-1 draw करा दिया न्यूजीलैंड coming back strong आफ्टर इनिशियली जो अगस्त में उनका टूर था टेस्ट का, उसमें बहुत बुरी हार हुई थी उनकी. एंड कमेंडेबल वाइट बॉल कैप्टन है उनके पास इन मिच लैंटनर. लॉकी फर्ग्यूसन पिक्ड अप अ हैट्रिक एज वेल. आई थिंक दैट वाज अ फैंटास्टिक अचीवमेंट फॉर हिम. बैटिंग की तरफ से थोड़ा ये पिच वाज अ लिटिल बिट ट्रिकी. इट वाज फेवरिंग द स्पिनर्स. यू हैड तीक्षणा, यू हैड हसरंगा एंड Velalage doing the Hasaranga and Patirana doing major damage for Sri Lanka, but New Zealand stuck to themselves. I mean, the way Lockie Ferguson picked up the wicket, पूरा dynamic change हो गया था वो मैच का. So I think they did well, and उसके बाद Mitch Santner, Bracewell, Glenn Phillips जो last over डाला, I think 7 of 3 required थे, and they managed to finish it off. India upset कर दिया यार आज. I mean, जिस तरीके से performance आई थी with the bat as well, combined टॉप ऑर्डर 8 रन के अंदर पूरी टॉप ऑर्डर वापस हो गई. संजू सैमसन, यस 100 के बाद 100 आप एक्सपेक्ट करते कि भाई एटलीस्ट कंसिस्टेंट रन्स आना चाहिए संजू सैमसन के पास से, बट चलो ठीक है, बैक टू बैक 100 के बाद प्लीज़ जल्दी बशीरबाग को आ जाओ. बहुत परेशान हूँ. परेशान अगर है तो बशीरबाग में किसी को बोलो जी, मैं आए जब तक परेशानी और बढ़ जाएंगी. बट शकील भाई, गुड टू सी यू एज ऑलवेज. इट्स फन टू हैव यू अराउंड. उसके बाद जैसे मैं बोल रहा था, ये बैटिंग डिडंट स्टार्ट ऑफ टू द बेस्ट. जिस तरीके से सैमसंग आउट हुआ, अभिषेक शर्मा आउट हो गया, उसके बाद सूर्य भी आउट हो गया, तो थोड़े परेशानी में आ गई. तिलक वर्मा अगेन क्विक फायर, अक्षर पटेल के साथ थोड़ी उनकी पार्टनरशिप जम रही थी. द पिच वाज अ लिटिल बिट ट्रिकी बट नॉट दैट हार्ड टू आई डोंट थिंक दैट डिफिकल्ट टू बैट ऑन. यस, आई मीन यू कैन से कि भाई स्ट्रगलिंग थी, थोड़ी बहुत स्किडिंग विकेट थी फॉर द स्पिनर्स एंड स्टफ, एंड बट इट लुक लाइक जिस तरीके से हार्दिक अक्षर थे, थोड़ा टेम्पो कंट्रोल लगा. दे weren't able to play the big shots, but South Africa did bowl as well, and I mean credit to them. जिस तरीके से they managed to tame it under 130 में पूरे इंडिया को साफ कर दिए. बट इंडियन बॉलर्स केम आउट रोरिंग. अर्शदीप ने शुरुआत बहुत अच्छी तरीके से करी थी इन फैक्ट, बट देन वरुण चक्रवर्ती द मैन ऑफ द आवर. मैंने उसकी जो ऑक्शन जो प्राइस होने वाली है, आई थिंक रिटेन हो चुका है वो कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स. आई कैंट रिमेंबर कम्प्लीटली, बट आई थिंक अभी तो रिटेन होने जाना चाहिए था वो. I'm just going to check that very quickly. If he's not retained, then that'll be a little bit of a shocker, but most probably I think he'll retain. And yeah, I mean Varun Chakravarti picking up wickets. Initially जो उनका setback था IPL के बाद, उनको कोई पिक नहीं कर रहे थे. एक ही मौका मिला था इंडिया में उनको जहाँ पे मारा गया था उनको, जब उनको इंडिया में खेलने का मौका मिला था, जब उनमें बिलीव नहीं हुआ था. ही डिड गेट स्मैक्ड, नो ऑफेंस, बट उसके बाद वापसी एंट्री नहीं मिल रही थी. दे वर बेटर स्पिनर्स देन हिम एट दैट टाइम. पोस्ट दिस IPL, दे IPL में जो कमबैक कराए वरुण चक्रवर्ती में, आई थिंक फैंटास्टिक कमबैक फ्रॉम हिम. ही इज़ बिन सेंसेशनल इन द IPL. आफ्टर द IPL ही वाज गिवन अ चांस इन द लास्ट सीरीज इज वेल. वहाँ पे भी उन्होंने प्रूव करा बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ, और आज भी जो तरीके से बैक टू बैक 2 मैचेस में ही इज़ बिन प्लेइंग फैंटास्टिकली वेल. एंड ऑब्वियसली उनकी तो वाहवाही होगी अभी. आई मीन देयर वाज अ टाइम वेयर एवरीबॉडी फॉरगॉट हिम. Coetzee making a statement to be picked as bowling all-rounder. Yeah, I mean the commentators were also going wild over him. Gerald Coetzee very passionate. I think I like his attitude towards the game. I think he's very passionate for his team, whichever franchise or international cricket. The way he always is, he reminds me of like Andre Nell and Dale Steyn kind of a mixture. I mean, always that red face, always ready to go, roaring to go, and very very fast. बहुत अच्छा, very good bowler as well, and batting as well. He can clear a couple of yards, and I mean the way he batted today, he took the charge. I think Tristan Stubbs been there, and Coetzee not being able to bat would have made a big difference for South Africa, I feel. Coetzee took charge, hit that 6. hit the boundary. Momentum build करा जेरल्ड कोएट्ज़ी ने. I'm not saying Tristan Stubbs, the way he kept his wicket, put a price on it, end तक अपने आप को संभाल के रखना भी एक art है, no doubt. That was important in today's game what Tristan Stubbs did. But Coetzee took that charge. He, it was initially 30 runs required, then he made it 15 of 15. So I think that was the main differentiator in my book. That if Coetzee did take that charge, Tristan Stubbs looked a little bit too defensive at times. Was trying to protect his wicket, understandable, but you had to sort of take risks. And in those situations, the run rate would have gotten the better view. You would have depreciated balls, and it would have added more pressure with you trying to go hit the shots. I think somewhere down the line, yeah, Coetzee did make a very big statement today. I'm pretty sure all the and IPL is known for recency bias. So if there are going to be an auction, let's say in a couple of weeks, so his name will definitely spice up a very good price for him. And yeah, I mean Mumbai will also look at it, getting him back somehow. But right now for in Indian bowlers, yeah, Varun Chakravarti, Arshdeep. I mean towards the end he did get smashed, no doubt. The last over was very bad. He got hit for a couple of boundaries and stuff. But Arshdeep as well will get picked in the auction at a good price. I feel if Punjab don't RTM him. Then it'll be a bit of a shocker. Obviously, it's a shock that he is already not retained, but him not being RTM'd or even being approached by Punjab will be a little bit of thing. But न्यूज़ तो जो फैल रही है कि भाई ही इज अनफॉलोड पंजाब किंग्स एज वेल, सो इट लुक्स लाइक ही माइट नॉट इवन एवर गो बैक. Tough day for Avish Khan as well. I mean, he also didn't bowl that pretty well. So yeah, overall it wasn't a very convincing performance from India. Because of Varun's fiver, you feel that India should have won. But today, if you look at India's cricket all around, it wasn't the greatest, except Varun Chakravarti and Hardik Pandya. Yeah, he did bat well. He batted slow, but he batted well. It was a difficult wicket. It was skidding on. It was a little drier as well. But none of the top order batsmen coming to the party. I think that was a little bit of the upset. I mean, run out bhi ho gaya Akshar Patel. That was a setback for India as well. So credit to South Africa, on point with their bowling, on point with their batting. 1-1 in the series, 2 more to go. It's a 4 T20 series, remember that. So there's 2 more. We predicted 2-2 at the beginning of this series. Ke bhai, we feel ke 2-2 hone wala hai. Because South Africa at home are dangerous. We see what they can do. They've come back well, fought well. And yeah, I think South Africa, credit to them the way they batted today. Varun on point, unfortunate, didn't work out in his favor. Pakistan, Australia, like I mentioned earlier as well, they managed to win 22 years after after winning a series initially. I think it was 2002 that they won a series, or 2003, and today after 22 years they managed to win a series against Australia in Australia. So incredible. I mean, like we mentioned, by the temperament that Pakistan is coming out with to play now, it looks more positive, it looks more encouraging. You see Shaheen and Naseem both thriving today. बहुत अच्छा bowling performance आई दोनों के तरफ से. They look more confident, they look more relaxed. So it's important that you have a कैंप जिधर आपका कैप्टन एंड आपका मैनेजमेंट थोड़ा बहुत आपको रिलैक्स फील कराना. यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक अबाउट एनी अदर प्रेशर अपार्ट फ्रॉम गोइंग इनटू द फील्ड एंड bowling, and I feel that's what's happening with Pakistan now. The players are more cricket focused rather than the politics focused that's happening outside. I mean, whatever is their process of team selection, whatever is the process for let's say this making an 11 or communicating with the captain, it's probably working for them. Everybody looks much more freer in their minds कि भाई हमारे को ये सब सोचना नहीं है, हमारे को ये सब हैबत नहीं खाना है कि भाई कौन पिक हो रहा कौन नहीं पिक हो रहा. Right now it's working, it looks all good. I mean, yes, there's always going to come a time jump, probably there'll be a little breakdown in the process, but maybe they have fixed. फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलिया उनका मेजर प्लेयर्स तो नहीं थे, जैसे पैट कमिंस नहीं था, आपके मिचेल स्टार्क नहीं थे, बड़े जो उनके प्लेयर्स थे स्टीव स्मिथ नहीं था. सो दे डिड मिस आउट ऑन दैट. बट इवन दो अगर आप पूरे 3 T20s देखें, द सेकेंड वन इन पर्टिकुलर एंड दिस वन इज वेल, आई थिंक एंड द फर्स्ट वन इज वेल, आई थिंक पाकिस्तान प्लेड विद अ मोर पॉजिटिव इंटेंट. दे प्लेड विद अ मोर challenging mindset. So it's good to see Pakistan coming through and thing. I still feel that there's a question. Shaheen Naseem, they will apply pressure. They'll apply pressure. Just a minute, I missed your comment, Ibrahim. Just 1 minute. They will be able to apply pressure when conditions are not assisting them. Yeah, I mean that's a very big question. I mean even in India, if you look at that, it was the case when they came to play the Asia Cup and it came to play the World Cup. Pace isn't everything. I think for Shaheen, he needs to also be able to develop a few more deliveries in him. I think he's too dependent on swing at times. Naseem, you could say, even in just give me a minute. I'm sorry, 1 minute. अरे मस्ती से बात कर लो, स्विगी वाला है. जी भाई. Sorry about that. Naseem in the Asia Cup as well, like I was saying, he did bowl good. He was able to, get the ball to move a bit. He has a little bit, I think, more edge than Shine Shafridi. Shine is very heavily dependent on movement, especially in his first over. If he doesn't get the ball to nip, it looks like he's playable. So I do agree with that. Like, they need to develop certain deliveries, or at least be able to bowl when the conditions are in favor. And I mean, you still forget that they're both young. It's not like they're very old, but yes, I do agree. Ke bhai, if they're not in if their conditions don't favor them, then they might just go out for a lot more runs than when it would if it starts moving or there's additional bounce on the pitch. So I think, yeah, but like someone like a Jasprit Bumrah, if you look at him, if you give him a flat pitch, he's still able to make more use of it. So I do, yeah, like I mentioned, but even then, I think you still see a better version of them. You still see the better version of, the opening pair, Saim Ayub and Abdullah Shafiq. I think incredible batting करे दोनों throughout this series. The first game avoid करे बाद भी second, and the third one, the opening stance that they gave the team to start was brilliant. I think Saim is really coming into himself right now, and he's managing to take more risk. He's taking more time initially, and then he's making up the run rate. That's good to see. Abdullah Shafiq, a very good timer of the ball. His batting stance, very good power in his forearm and stuff. So it's good to see them both. Initially, they did get criticized heavily. So we'll wait and see. I mean, there's still, again, it's just one series. You need a little bit consistency in cricket. I think that's important. What we're lacking nowadays, कि भाई consistent नहीं रहे players. एक आध दो centuries, एक आध दो 50s मारे बाद से नाम आ जाता है आपका. But I think more importantly यही है कि they need to continue with the same same friction, same consistency of runs. They should be able to make it day in and day out. Maybe out of 10, at least 5 to 6, I would say, you manage to get 30, 20 plus. That's a good. That's probably a good scoring rate rather than just scoring 250 and then forgetting. Also good to see that Babar finished 2 matches as well. So that was good. I mean, along with Rizwan in the first, in the third game, in today's game, and in the last game, I think with Abdullah Shafiq, he managed to finish the game, getting a few runs under the bat. It's important for his confidence as well. Like I mentioned, it's good that he's not going, he's not completely in the light. People aren't heavily now focused on him. There are other match winners in the team, so the focus is sort of shifting away from Babar, which is important for him, right? Like if you do focus completely on him and the pressure is on him and he is the captain, he's not making the runs, all the trolls, all the memes, all his decisions not coming right, his fielding or his team or his 11. I think now that he's not the captain anymore, there no more. There will be trolls obviously against him. He is that important in Pakistan, but I still think that now that Abdullah Shafiq, Saim Ayub, Haris Rauf, Shaheen and Naseem coming into the frame, winning them the match, I think it's taking a little bit of pressure off Babar, so it's good to see that as well. Like he's not in the constant stress that he's the main target. I mean, he's always going to be a prime one, but at the end of the day, there are other people now that are there to cover his mistakes, and he's giving more breathing time to get runs under his bat. So that's good to see. Haris also bowling well this series. I mean, he looks more confident. I mean, initially Australia should be scaring him from what happened in 2022, but to be frank, I mean, I think he's been bowling well, getting it in the right areas. Picked up a 5-wicket haul last time around, picking up 2 wickets today for a 14, just for 24 runs. I think Pakistan bowlers were very good, economical in their approach, and yeah, just wasn't an Australia's. Wasn't Australia series to win? Fresher wickets, maybe inexperienced side as well. A lot of newcomers. It takes time for them to adjust to the international level. Obviously, we always think that franchise cricket or यहाँ से अगर आप खेल के आगे or let's say the Shield or any domestic tournament, you feel like we can acclimatize easily to the international game. Obviously, there's going to be a major difference. Irrespective of the team, there's always going to be a difference if you play domestic leagues and you're playing up against players who are playing international cricket day in and day out. So yeah, I think for Australian youngsters like McGurk, Aaron Hardy, Cooper Conley, unfortunately, who was retired hurt, it's been a good outing. I mean, Spencer Johnson as well. Yes, we know him from Gujarat Titans. He's played a couple of ODIs, but it's always going to be good to rub shoulders against international cricketers like Babar, Rizwan, and all of these guys. So it's a good win for them. 22 years ke baad, Pakistan managing to beat Australia at home. So it's a very big win under a new captain, that is Rizwan, and where we're saying that the positivity is looking the positivity is looking more evident in the squad. They look more united, they look more together, they look more decisive, they look more like हाँ भाई ये मैच जीतने की एक इंटेंट है, so that is coming with them. Let it be in Haris's type of bowling, let it be Shaheen, let it be Naseem. I think it's been a good win, and it's just the first series for Rizwan. Let's see, there's still a Zimbabwe series that he's going to see. अभी तक permanent नहीं है. There might be a possibility of him getting changed as well, so we don't know. But for now, they have managed to win, and yeah, that's Australia did also announce their BGT team. That's one of the biggest news that is there going around, and it looks like on paper. I mean, if you look at the bowling, it's crazy. Matt Cummins, Nathan Lyon, Josh Hazelwood, Mitchell Stark, all of them are there. You've got Steve Smith, you've got Labuschagne, चिकट जो बोलते हैं अपन बीच में आके रुक जाते, उस्मान ख्वाजा एंड आई थिंक उस्मान ख्वाजा एंड Nathan McSweeney will be your Nathan McSweeney or your Usman Khwaja will bat with probably Travis Head might also get a chance to open, or Steve Smith. I don't know. That's still going to be decided. But you got Nathan McSweeney also who can bat up top. Mitchell Marshall there. I mean, that's I didn't expect to see him there, but yeah, Mitchell Marshall also going to be. So a lot of all rounders in this 13-man squad for the first test. You've got Steve Smith, you've got Mitchell Marsh, you've got Travis Head who can bowl as well. You've got Scott Boland as a fourth bowler. So yeah, our 13-man squad announced for the first test in Perth. I mean, that's going to happen. Kal 9 baje subah Rohit Sharma ki bhi press conference hai. The team has left for the BGT. I think they're going to leave on 10th and 11th in 2 batches. So one of the batches moving towards Australia. Just a couple of more days for that big tour to start. नवंबर 10th हो गए, 12 दिन बाकी है पर्थ का फर्स्ट टेस्ट स्टार्ट करने के. रोहित शर्मा बोल रहे हैं कि he will probably be traveling with the team. There's no confirmation on that yet. Tomorrow 9 a.m. we'll know everything. Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma, I think they'll do a press conference and then they will leave for Australia, or will it just be Gautam Gambhir? We're still not sure on that. But even if Rohit Sharma does leave to Perth, बोल रहे हैं कि भाई he might not play the first test. So heavily यही है कि भाई first test तो रोहित शर्मा शायद नहीं खेलेंगे due to personal reasons. And I mean, we do understand whatever it must be very big enough so that he is looking at either he has an injury that we're unaware of, there's probably a lingering injury there that we're unaware of or something. But right now the speculation are still strong that Rohit Sharma might not be playing the first test. Despite traveling with the team, he might not be playing. So that's one of the latest updates that we have along with the squad for the BGT. So the first test squad for India, the first test squad for Australia is out. We will certainly do a little bit more content on the key battles. We're going to do more shorts and stuff, so stay tuned for that. Sri Lanka beating Sri Lanka and New Zealand drawing the T20 series 1-1. It's been a good series that as well. I mean, today the way New Zealand played, Lockie Ferguson, like I mentioned, picked up a hat trick. So overall, it's been good cricketing time for New Zealand as well. I mean, initially prior to this T20 World Cup wasn't the best of it. I mean, 2023 World Cup they had a decent one. Post that, थोड़ा बहुत downfall देखने को मिल रहा था न्यूजीलैंड का. श्रीलंका में आके भी also they lost like 2-0, 3-0 to Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. Bamboozled completely by Prabh Surya against the turn. Then coming to India, beating India gave them a little bit confidence, and I mean they did lose the first T20, but managed to pull things back. So it looks like it's like a little bit of uphill for New Zealand on the graph. They're managing to win a few matches more, and yeah, it's good for their confidence. They've got a decent side, but yeah, it's still in the white ball format. Maybe they need to string it. England versus West Indies also today at 1:30 in the morning. We'll be closely watching that as well. But India, चलो भाई 1-1 series है अभी. सूर्या की captaincy probably you won't do much again. 124 के thing, but again you've got to say Pfeiffer लिए बाद what was the I think pitching it in the right area from the fast bowlers नहीं हुआ आज. Arshdeep, there was no cow corner, maybe you could call that on Surya's captaincy, that the field placements weren't the best. There were easy gaps to exploit, and then the line that the bowlers played didn't complement the field. There was no sync between the bowlers' rhythm and the captain's calls. I think that's something that Surya and the team will have to work around. Wasn't the best showcase on the bowling, the batting as well. Like I said, poor short selections. South Africa were just all over them. Varun Chakravarti, again, like I said, that he's been incredible incredible since this IPL, and he's been come back with strong. He did mention in his Instagram story that he wished he had a PR agent who could promote him, but I don't think now he needs any promotions. He's picked up about, I think 5 in this game, and I think 3 in the last game, so 8 wickets in total throughout the series. It's been fantastic from him, a fantastic comeback, and Uh, yeah, just waiting to see like if he gets called up soon for more matches. I mean, he's been incredible. अभिषेक शर्मा needs to start man. Like वही है कि भाई अब retention हो चुका है आपका कहीं ना कहीं ठीक है आप comfortable हो गए going into the IPL auction and stuff. You know what's your franchise and stuff, but he needs to get up. I mean, yes, there's always going to be this hit and miss from him. This is what the kind of cricket that he plays. And we do know as Sunrisers fan that if he starts hitting, then he'll hit very well. But yeah, it's been a couple of a couple of days now since that we've seen an Abhishek masterclass. I think the last one was in the Emerging Cup, if I'm not mistaken, in Bahrain. So yeah, we're still waiting for a couple of more runs from him. Oman में था sorry, Emerging Cup. So we're waiting for that. So Abhishek. सूर्या से भी थोड़ा आज लाइट नहीं हो पाया. संजू चलो ठीक है बैक टू बैक 100, बट या मिडिल ऑर्डर कहीं ना कहीं रनआउट की वजह से थोड़ा अनबैलेंस हो गया. अक्सर आउट हो गया, फिर एकदम से तिलक भी आउट हो गया. तो नॉट द बेस्ट बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंसेज एंड बॉलिंग परफॉर्मेंसेज, बट शुड हैव फिनिश्ड ऑफ द गेम. क्रेडिट टू थिंग द नेक्स्ट T20 इज ऑन the 15th, no sorry, the 30th, that's Wednesday, in the Centurion, so we're going to be looking forward to that as well. बढ़िया बीजेटी करीब आ रहा है भाई, मज़ा आने वाला है. रोहित शर्मा का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस भी है, उसके बाद केएल राहुल और अभिमन्यु ईश्वर के बीच में डिसीजन लेना है कि भाई कौन वहाँ से निकल के आएगा. विल इट बी अभिमन्यु ईश्वर और विल इट बी केएल राहुल. देन यू गॉट टू सी हाउ द फॉर्म ऑफ विराट कोहली इज, हाउ द फॉर्म ऑफ I mean, going again after this New Zealand tour, it's a little bit unbalanced. दिख रहा है, it doesn't look like the strongest feeling going in. But once I looked at the Australian team as well, मेरे को इतना मतलब डर तो है आज पैट कमिंस, मिचेल स्टार्क, ट्रैविस हेड से, बट लाइक उतना भी नहीं आ रहा बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, जस्ट समथिंग मे बी पॉजिटिविटी से जा रहा हूँ मैं. बट आई स्टिल फील दैट है यार, मौका तो है. लाइक इंडिया कैन डू समथिंग स्पेशल. It's just that our players need to be on their peak form, and that's something that we aren't right now. But we can draw some inspiration. Hopefully, these simulations or whatever India has planned works out for us. We understand the conditions. We manage to tackle Australia and do something like a 4-0 or at least a 2-1, something like that. Even if we manage, I won't mind as long as we get a series win. इट लुक्स द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट नाउ बिकॉज अगेन जैसा बोला रोहित शर्मा भी नहीं रहने वाले फर्स्ट टेस्ट में. प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में मालूम हो जाएगा कल 9 बजे सुबह प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस है उनकी मुंबई में. मोस्ट ऑफ द टीम हैज़ ऑलरेडी लेफ्ट. 10th 11th ये 2 बैचेस में सुना था कि मुंबई से निकलने वाले हैं. एंड दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी नो. लाइक टुडे 11 o'clock आई थिंक इज़ वन फ्लाइट, और एक्चुअली इट हैव फ्लोन ऑफ नाउ. इट्स ऑलरेडी 11:48 इन इंडिया. सो आई थिंक एक फ्लाइट निकल चुकी है. एंड या फिर कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होगी सुबह गौतम गंभीर और रोहित शर्मा की, तो आपको और इनिशियल न्यूज़ मिल जाएगी कि भाई विल रोहित शर्मा भी प्लेइंग द फर्स्ट टेस्ट और विल ही नॉट. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली कोई चैनल पे देखा था कि बोल रहे थे कि भाई he might travel but he might not play the first test. So either there's an injury over there or there's something that's very serious due to which Rohit Sharma is unable to play the first test. But again जो भी है कैप्टनसी के चीज़ें हैं ये सब, तो आई डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि भाई आप बुमराह को कैप्टन बना दो पूरे बीजेटी के लिए. जस्ट बिकॉज ही इज मिसिंग वन टेस्ट डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस. आई थिंक ही स्टिल बी योर कैप्टन इन द सेकंड टेस्ट इररिस्पेक्टिव, बिकॉज इट वॉन्ट मेक अ मेजर डिफरेंस. अगर कोई भी कैप्टन, हर बंदे का कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई. एक मैच छूटता है, कभी एक मैच कोई रेस्ट ले लेता है, कोई बीमार हो जाता है. डजेंट मीन कि आप पूरे कोई कैप्टनसी आप निकाल के टूर का आप किसी और को दे दो. सो दैट एंड देन स्पिनर्स का देखना पड़ेगा, ऑलराउंडर्स का देखना पड़ेगा. आई मीन इंडिया ए से अगर आप रियलिस्टिकली पूछो, ओनली पर्सन हु गेट्स अ कॉल आउट फॉर मी वुड बी प्रॉब्ली प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा. बेहतरीन बॉलिंग डाले उन्होंने इंडिया ए के टूर में अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया. आई नो ऑस्ट्रेलिया डिड बीट यू, बट Prasidh Krishna picked up 8 wickets. I think he picked up 5 and a 3-year. And Mukesh also did bowl decent. I mean, at times he was in the worst. And then Dhruv Jurel as well. उसकी batting काफ़ी अच्छी थी. He looked level-headed. He looked like he wasn't, occasion से ज़्यादा nervous नहीं थे कि हाँ भाई मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में खेल रहा हूँ, हमारा ऑडिशन है या ऐसा कुछ दिमाग में सोच के नहीं खेल रहे थे. He just played with a free mind, managed to make a good 80. And then in the second innings also he was going well, but unfortunately got caught in deep mid wicket. A fantastic catch by Constance in the deep. I think वो बहुत अच्छा catch था. So still a very big question कि भाई केएल राहुल खेलेंगे नहीं खेलेंगे, अभिमन्यु ईश्वरन खेलेंगे नहीं खेलेंगे. Who is going to be the top order with Jaiswal? That's a very big one. Maybe it might just go be KL Rahul on experience. Maybe he just beats them. They should have played Harshit Rana in the second 4-day game against Australia. I mean, Harshit Rana, I don't know why they haven't played him yet. Now that he's an uncapped player as well, the speculation that were coming in that Gautam Gambhir was trying to give him an uncapped thing for Kolkata Knight Riders due to his love, whatever it was. I mean, I don't believe in it completely. But yeah, Harshit Rana can be given an opportunity. He's yet to start for India. So Those do raise a little bit of question as to why he wasn't picked in the second. But yeah, Australia, eventually they do look good. They've got very good batsmen. Nathan McSweeney is a very good batsman for them. They've got even Marcus Harris at times he batted well through the Test match. So they've got good batsmen, bowlers as well. Incredible bowling as well. So yeah, they completely swiped us. We should have at least put up a fight with players like Easwaran and KL Rahul. Expected better. Sai Sudarshan was good, but again, number 3 slot you want to obviously play anyone except Kohli over there. So waiting to see what we manage to do now. Not done is done. I mean, now we don't even have a practice match there. How are we going to understand the conditions? We'll just have to wait and see. The first, Ibrahima, what's your take on the 13-man? That's been announced by Australia. You've got Travis Head, Steve Smith. You've got Scott Boland as your fourth option to bowl. I think if I look at it, I just don't get. I'm not very scared. I don't know why. Like when I look at that team, it still looks like those majority of those players still also are a little bit, nervous. Nervous and probably not in the greatest form themselves with the bat. I mean, what I've seen in the ODI series, it doesn't look like very convincing. But again, you've got. I mean, red ball cricket is different, form is different, and yeah, I think they'll show up. But I don't know why. Just looking at the 13-man squad, I'm not very like, अरे कुछ तो भी हो जाएगा बोल के. Maybe just too positive right now, but yeah, I think India have to put up a fight if they want to get to WTC, if they want their fans to be coming to the Lords to see them, and if they want to play the third WTC final. I mean, right now it doesn't look like that. 4-0 is a possibility. The way Stark and Cummins were bowling, at least in the second ODI against Pakistan, it didn't look like that. Or the first one, sorry, the first one. But yeah, right now it's all to play for, and we're just going to wait to see कि भाई क्या होता आगे. We'll be doing a lot more content very soon on India, Australia. They're going to be shorts, they're going to be videos. So stay tuned to us. Like and subscribe to our channel. We do come live most of the days. Some days, if we're not, we're probably sick or just probably sometimes you do some other work does get into your way. But yeah, I think Australia, it's a good squad, but they will be dependent. On Khwaja Head, Marsh. Looking at the recent batting form, bowling look ahead. Yeah, bowling wise they look ahead. Obviously, you got when you put, Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood. I think fantastic. I mean, they're incredible. Post that, like yeah, Nathan Lyon. Again, you could say amazing. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but I don't know. It's just like if the batting doesn't click, then that's a very big problem for them. I think that's the only thing I'm looking at. The way I'm looking at it. Copper Conley has been ruled out. Yeah, he got an injury. I think it's a really good squad, but bowling ahead of Indian batsmen, yeah, they come to the fore and they start smashing. That'll be fun. I think that's where I'm waiting. That's where the challenge can be won from India. The batting. If Virat Kohli goes mental, if Rishabh Pant goes mental, if they play probably Sarfaraz, or if they play someone who just there's not a lot of data on him in Australia, then and if he goes ham, like probably a Dhruv Jurel maybe, it'll be fun to see. In Perth, who will be India? Fourth, I think Prasidh Krishna, based on his performance, and Nitish Reddy didn't look the most comfortable against the India A team. So I think it'll be Prasidh Krishna मेरे हिसाब से, because उसके again recency bias ही बोल दो आप, but he did bat well as well, right? Like he was putting up runs again. He was the one who architected a partnership in the end for the India A squad. So I think प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा बैटिंग के साथ भी थोड़ा बहुत प्रूव कर दिया, बॉल के साथ भी प्रूव कर दिया. तो आई जस्ट थिंक कि भाई प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा माइट गेट अ शाउट आउट अहेड ऑफ Nitish Reddy, because Nitish Reddy again, he's new, he's probably got a little bit nervous, 21 years old, 22 years old. So Prasidh Krishna, the more experienced guy, will probably get a height advantage as well, gets the ball to bounce fairly well in Australia. So maybe he'll get a call ahead. But yeah, it's अभी तो भाई शुरुआत शुरू होने वाली है. It's going to be good to see. Usman Khwaja, who's going to open with him? Do you think Head, Smith, or like would it be someone like Nathan McSweeney, Ibrahim Bhai, and anyone else who's joining us? You can chime in. We're talking about the BGT. There's a press conference tomorrow at 9 a.m. So we're eagerly waiting for that. The teams are around. Mubarak Khan Bhai is crying. Mubarak Bhai, good to see you, my brother. Kaikur Ore Bhaijan, क्या हो गया? But yeah, I mean, वरुण चक्रवर्ती फैंटास्टिक बॉलिंग. अनफॉर्चुनेट है भाई, अगर आप उसकी वजह से रो रहे हैं साउथ अफ्रीका हार गए. आई मीन साउथ अफ्रीका डिड बहुत, बट या वरुण के लिए तो बहुत बुरा लग रहा है कि ही शुड हैव मैनेज टू गेट दैट विन विद इंडिया. लाइक बाकी के बॉलर्स थोड़ा ऑफ रिदम, आई थिंक ऑफलाइन. फील्डिंग वाज नॉट द ग्रेटेस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द प्लेसमेंट. फील्डिंग के प्लेसमेंट उतने अच्छे नहीं थे मेरे हिसाब से. आप काउ कॉर्नर नहीं रखे, आप फिर आप प्लेयर्स को ऊपर ला लिए थे, आराम से क्लियर कर ले रहा था स्टब्स. कोएट्जे तो मेंटल हो गया था. कोएट्जे तो जो मारा आर्क में उसको मिलते कि फोड़ दिया ऑन स्ट्रेट. Yeah, I expected better from India today, and unfortunately, Nathan McSweeney will open with Khwaja Smith as confirmed. Yeah, that guy's most dangerous there, I think. Steve Smith वहाँ पे बहुत खतरनाक है भाई. Like he'll manage to make a lot of. And again, West Indies again, he was struggling against West Indies, so they didn't like him at the opening, is what he said as well, jokingly. I think a podcast he mentioned that, or an interview he mentioned that they didn't like him when he was opening. So I think number 4 he's more dangerous. He sticks there with Labuschagne. It'll be a very hard partnership to break, and then Travis Head also to follow. I think Mitchell Marsh is a good replacement with Cameron Green. I mean, Cameron Green is out till the next summer, till June next year. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing. McSweeney maybe or Steve, but he didn't want to play open. Yeah, Steve didn't want to play open, and again, but yeah, he mentioned that they were also making fun of him, saying that we don't want you to open and stuff. So देखेंगे क्या होता है. Prasidh Krishna or Nitish Kumar, who would you go for, Amar? Like personally, I'm to saying Prasidh Krishna is recency bias है. Nitish अपना boy है, no doubt, but थोड़ा young है probably. I don't know. I mean, it'll be good. He's not one of those who looks like he'll be पूरा nervous हो जाता, but थोड़ा शायद recency bias की वजह से I'm just saying Prasidh Krishna, extra bounce, height advantage थोड़ा वो हिसाब से. व्हाट्सअप सलाम टू द ब्रोज. एक ब्रो तो बेचारा आज आउट है. एक ब्रो इज लाइक नॉट वेल, बट वालेकुम सलाम. ऑलवेज गुड टू सी यू हियर ब्रदर. लेकिन मुबारक भाई, आप रो रहे कहीं को यार, बोलिश ने आप क्या चल रहा आपका? Apart from that, yeah, I mean, Pakistan winning after 22 years. What are your comments? Rizwan, the main man, अमर 22 साल के बाद जिता दिया सीरीज. 2002 के बाद आज they've managed to beat Australia in Australia. जो भी बोला, I mean, third और ODI की टीम probably weak बोल सकते हैं आप, but second ODI and first ODI जो हारे भी, I think they played fantastic cricket, more united together. Could India go for Bumrah, Siraj, Prasidh Krishna and Nitish and leave Akashdeep? I mean, that's an option as well. Like Akashdeep, unfortunately in the last couple of tests, he didn't get a lot of bowling as well. So did Bumrah as well, to be fair. He didn't bowl as well a lot. Akashdeep can bat. Is there a world we see Siraj getting dropped? I don't see Siraj getting dropped. Maybe. I think I'd go Bumrah, Siraj, Prasidh, and I would like to go Nitish, honestly. Yeah, that's a good point, Ibrahim. Akashdeep may be out. But I don't know how this management works very different. Like, you never know what they're thinking. Yes, if you want a batsman who bowls, then Nitish, I would want, but I would want Prasidh. Yeah, even I would want Prasidh as well. Like, between Akashdeep and Nitish Kumar, probably Akashdeep, when he's not done too much wrong. He can bat as well. Not probably to the levels of Nitish, but he's better. Probably just inches him out in the bowling department. I think Akashdeep can manage to get a couple of wickets up front. We know, he gets the ball to move up the seam as well. So maybe I'd go with Akashdeep over Nitish. Just have Nitish sit out, soak in the conditional and put, soak in the aura of that PGT, and probably if needed next test maybe. वैसा हो सकता है. No, Akashdeep amazing form in the bowling, better. Yeah, that's what than all of them right now. Yeah, he looks better in that, and yeah, he can bat as well. So I think in the bowling thing, I'd give him a go ahead over Nitish Reddy as well. So yeah, for me it would be Bumrah, Siraj, Prasidh and Akashdeep. I'd probably sit Nitish out for this one. Then yeah, is there any possibility you guys see Rishabh Pant and Dhruv Jurel playing together? I mean, it's because the way Dhruv Jurel did play in the against Australia, it was good. He looked comfortable in those conditions. I mean, though अभी fresh wickets है, probably उतने destructive नहीं, उतना weird bounce नहीं, उतना saucy नहीं है, but yeah, I guess that could be a possibility of seeing Dhruv Jurel playing as well. You've got Jaiswal, you've got Abhimanyu or Keswal कहते KL, Jaiswal and KL or Jaiswal and Abhimanyu. That's one question that we have to answer. Then Virat, then we've got Shobhan, then Virat, then we've got Rishabh. You've got Ashwin or Jadeja. That's also one question. How many spinners will you take in that team? बहुत अभी सवाल तो है भाई, एंड कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस तो है, तो 9 बजे मालूम है, मे बी इन द लेटर टेस्ट, बट आई कुड गिव सरफराज अनदर गो. Yeah, Sarfaraz should get an opportunity, I think, as a regular starter. That would be good to see. If he, and again, there's not a lot of data from him. अगर अपन देखें, ज़्यादा लोग पहचानते नहीं उसको ऑस्ट्रेलिया में कैसा परफॉर्म करें. He might be your, knight in shining armor जो भी बोलते हैं आप, So I think he might just come up as a surprise package to Australia and to India themselves, because they don't know how Sarfaraz actually plays in these conditions. So I wouldn't actually mind to go for Sarfaraz as well. No, but KL का मसला दिख रहा है, और KL क्या करता है. I feel Nitish Reddy will play because of batting advantage, but if it's for number 8 slot, then go for Akash Deep unless they drop Jadeja and play Ashwin. Yeah, I think that makes a very big difference. They will probably try to balance it out in the 6, 7, 8 department. That's a good shout, Ibrahim bhai. There are many combinations that we can make actually. That's good to see, but it's just that right now the way the things have gone after the New Zealand tour, it's just that form कौन है और किसका mental ability है उधर आके खेलने का, वो ज़्यादा. I think that's how they're going to pick. So that's where I'm just keeping Nitish Reddy very far away right now, because they've just seen him in Australia A, so I really don't know if they'll pick him. Whereas Jadeja and these guys again experience. I mean Ashwin Jadeja साथ तो नहीं खेलेंगे, but देखना. I think Ashwin will play the first test over Jadeja. If they have to pick one, then yeah, then just Ashwin, because Nathan Lyon, Ashwin, the whole cheese रहेगा, I guess. Because they did that in the BJT in the WTC final, they didn't pick Ashwin and they picked Jadeja and it didn't work. So I think this time they'll just probably go for Ashwin over Jadeja just to see how it matches up. And then Gautam Gambhir is too heavily into this left-right thing in the middle, right? Like he wants Jaiswal and then a right-hander, then Shubman, and then either Rishabh gets promoted and then again another left-hander, right-hander combination. Something that way also, maybe then Jadeja gets slotted in. It depends on what Gautam Gambhir is thinking right now. His job is on the line. I mean, let's just not forget he's not had the best starts. Lakshman did win this season. Like Lakshman is in the coach right now. So prior to that, अगर आप देखो, we beat Bangladesh convincingly. चलो ठीक है. श्रीलंका से ODIs हार के T20 जीते थे. न्यूजीलैंड से तो टेस्ट हार गए. सो राइट नाउ हिज जॉब इज़ ऑन द लाइन. अब ये हार गया, उसके बाद आपकी चैम्पियंस ट्रॉफी भी आएंगी. सो उसके लिए भी हमें रुकना पड़ेगा कि भाई चैम्पियंस ट्रॉफी कैसा. Will he be there in the Champions Trophy? That's the question. If we lose 4-0, I don't see Gautam Gambhir being there in the Champions Trophy. He should ideally maybe get another chance. I don't know. But 4-0 हार के WTC से निकल गएंगे. Will he be able to survive that? That's another question. Can go with Ash also because of the left-handers. Yeah, they have a fair few. Alex Carey hai, Travis Head, Khwaja. Yeah, they've got good amount of left-handers as well. Top 6, Jaiswal, Rohit, KL Rahul. Achha. Yeah, I'm just saying KL Rahul will play, bro. Like Ibrahim, I'm sure, because Rohit Sharma, mostly of the people are saying that Rohit Sharma is not going to play. Even if he travels, he might not play in Perth. So that's a very big indication that there's something, either an injury that he's going on with, or there's something very personal that he might need to go immediately back to India, which rumors suggest. I don't know how that his wife is pregnant, so I'm not sure. But yeah, so maybe that is. कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में तो मालूम नहीं होगा, so we'll just wait for that. But yeah, right now people are saying he's not traveling. Some are saying he's traveling, but he's not going to play the first test. So just waiting for that confirmation from himself, rather than thinking any more about it. My guys here, he says Jaiswal, Gill, Sarfaraz, Kohli, Pant, Jurel, Jadeja, Ashwin दोनों खिला रहे यार. आशीष, why won't you go for a Prasid Krishna, bro? Like, I mean, Jaddu and Ash both in Australia, and if the pitch isn't like helping out, then फुट जाती दोनों की एक साथ. But I like this. So you're gonna go Gill as an opener. I mean, I like Sarfaraz number 3, but again, I don't see it because वो left right कुछ तो भी है यार गंभीर को उस चीज़ से. Ibrahim at the top like Jaiswal, Rohit or KL, Gill, Kohli, Pant, Sarfaraz. Maybe he go Jaiswal, Gill open. Jaiswal and Gill open. Gill को भी time हो गया यार open करके. I don't know how confident he himself is as a player. If you look at Gill as well, he's not been in consistent run among the run. Like yes, against England he hit 100 in Vizag, but then again he didn't get a lot of runs. So I'm not sure what headspace even Shubman Gill is to face the new ball. And also for Mitchell Stark, who's gonna be coming roaring in, man. I don't know, man. थोड़ा डर हो रहा है शुभमन गिल के लिए भी. अब फिर शुरू हो जाएगा बीच में, अगर शुभमन नहीं परफॉर्म करेंगे अगेन ही स्टार्ट. दिल बी दोस्त थिंक कि भाई शुभमन को निकालो, फिर उन्हें 100 मार लेता, फिर कहीं ना कहीं से उन्हें घुस जाता अंदर. So yeah, I mean Shubman, Jaiswal, I mean again we're not seeing outside, but it's gonna be number 3 as an opener also. Just imagine. Yeah, that's true. Fair point. I mean 100%. वो तो भाई फिर बट इट्स जस्ट के टू फेस द फर्स्ट बॉल अगेन लाइक दैट्स समथिंग बट यार ठीक है नॉट फेयर पॉइंट आई मीन मेरे को तो अभी तक लग रहा है रोहित नहीं खेला तो केएल तो खेलेगा मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक केएल खेलेगा आई डोंट नो व्हाई आई जस्ट सी हिम देयर विद जयसवाल एंड देन शुभमन एंड देन कोहली एंड देन यू नो योर पंत एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट Jurel should play as well maybe just I think I like Ashish's team a lot but it's just that I don't see Gill opening I don't know why बट रोहित अगर खेला तो फिर तो पूरा ख़त्म ही हो जाएगा मसला लाइक पूरे कुछ ख़त्म पैक राहुल डजंट प्ले इन द कमिंग ball well play in the incoming ball well at all yeah I mean he you can see it on his face when he's ready to play honestly I was telling Mustafa this as well in 2023 when we were watching the Asia Cup if you look at KL Rahul in the 2022 World Cup and his facial expression when he was opening and cut to Asia Cup 2023 when he returned and he hit 100 was it against Sri Lanka or Pakistan, one of these teams, his facial expressions were more confident. You can see it on his face when he's ready to play. And again, those were subcontinent conditions, these are Sena conditions. I don't know how comfortable he'll be. I would go Gill open, one Rahul, Virat Pant, one down Rahul. फिर वही बात हो जाएंगे अगर उन्होंने जैसा आशीष बोला उन्हें एक बॉल में आउट हो गया शुभमन गिल फिर केएल राहुल नेक्स्ट बॉल ही आ जाएगा तो वही बात हो जाएंगी बट I guess you gotta go with whatever you feel at that time. But yeah, Rohit Sharma ki we're waiting for that news कि भाई Rohit Sharma कब he needs to announce man if he's playing or not. I mean till now we know that he's not playing is what's been announced, but we don't know why he's not playing and we don't know if he's traveling and not playing or if he's not traveling and not playing. So there's still that to be. Virat Kohli again man that's someone that I'm very I don't know ख्वाबों में आ रहा हूँ अब तो मेरे के भाई जिता देना बॉस like he needs that you've got your क्या बोलते हैं जो लोग प्रिडिक्शन लगाते गए भाई ये साल में ये चीज़ हुई थी तो विराट कोहली ये करा था ये साल ये चीज़ हुई तो ये साल अगेन कुछ ऐसा होता आई मीन फिर भी आई जस्ट फील दिस इज द परफेक्ट टाइम फॉर हिम टू मेक अ कम बैक एंड द परफेक्ट सीरीज इफ ही विन्स India the series then there'll be no talk about him ever I think if he manages India to get to a 4-0 I mean yes मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बग दे रहा हूँ बट आई जस्ट सी कि भाई अगर ये करा के कामयाबी कर दिया यानी कि ही मैनेजेस टू गेट टू द WTC विद हिज बैट ब्रो विल बी नेक्स्ट लेवल लाइक फिर तो कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट ही नहीं रहेगा लाइफ में किसी को नेक्स्ट ओपनर इन लाइक ईश्वर इफ नॉट बोथ ऑफ देम या बट यहाँ विराट के ऊपर तो बहुत डिपेंडेंसी है बॉस आई थिंक either how he is the only guy who can come up and smash it against these guys. I think he just needs to not go in this defensive approach and a shell approach. He just needs to be his own. वो बोलते ना जैसा रूनी का बोलते देखो when he lost his aggressive temperament, Rooney's game sort of came down. He became more calmer as a human. I feel like that's what's happening with Virat Kohli. He's becoming a little bit more calmer. He needs to start getting that win in his पूरा यहाँ पे जो वेन निकलता है गुस्से में निकलता है आई थिंक वो चीज़ ज़रूरी है उसको he needs to start like shouting more get into the aggressive mode I think जब उसका चलता है like when he's angry and he's red जब अभी तो भाई उन्हें बहुत कामर दिख रहा मेरे को he looks more ठंडा and stuff like that so I think थोड़ा सा गुस्से में लाओ कोई and hopefully manages to get runs and I think another important another important player in this whole thing is going to be Rishabh Pant की फॉर्म आ रही है उसके 100 आ रही है and I can't wait for that I mean 100 आ रही है he's hit 100 as well recently with Sarfaraz incredible sorry 97 पे out हो गया था but yeah Rishabh Pant is going to be one guy I'm going to be eagerly waiting for especially after that last series एक्सीडेंट के बाद आके जो तरीके से उसका फॉर्म हुआ है आई एम वेरी इम्प्रेस विद हिम आई मीन आई वाज वन ऑफ द गाइज इन 2018-19 मुझसे आगे बोलता था कि भाई ये बंदा नहीं खेल सकता लाइक वो जो आप कन्वेंशनल अपन देखे क्रिकेट बचपन से जो देखे कि भाई प्रेशर सिचुएशन में आप थोड़ा अपनी विकेट पे प्राइस डालो डोंट गो अगेंस्ट दिस स्टफ बट दिस गाय केम एंड चेंज माई पर्सपेक्टिव फ्रॉम क्रिकेट आई थिंक उससे ज़्यादा आई हैव लर्न कि भाई एट टाइम्स यू गॉट अभी वन ऑफ दोज गाय हुज if 7 players are gone in a conventional method, you probably tried something different and try to put pressure back on the bowler. And I think that's what Rishabh Pant does incredibly well. And yeah, it's been fantastic to see him recently. And hopefully he's in form. Hopefully he's fit and he manages to outplay like last time. What are your thoughts on PCB saying that they have forwarded ICC an official email that India won't travel for the Champions Trophy? Sorry, what are your thoughts on PCB saying they have forwarded ICC official email that India won't travel for championship? Government advice before answering. I mean, again, we knew this was coming. Honestly, ये कोई शॉक की चीज़ नहीं है मेरे लिए मुस्तफा भाई के लिए because we've been saying this since last year that this is not going to happen. I don't see a world where right now जिस तरीके से ताल्लुकात हैं and stuff like that. See, if you look at just take the players on both the sides, they will not care. They won't mind traveling. But yes, there's this government, they've got their own protocols and stuff, so they've got to respect whatever they have, whatever it is. Um, India खुला तो बोलिए तो you, but the only thing is like now Pakistan with all the arrangements and stuff, and it'll be good for their own country and stuff. Obviously, they would want to do what's best interest in their country and their economy के लिए. And if Virat Kohli and these guys manage to travel there, the amount of income they'll generate. I mean, yes, already उनको पैसे मिल जाएंगे, allocate हो चुका है budget फलाना ढिमका, but even for their own like country to reignite that cricket flame, it'll be very good to see India traveling. But again, it's not going to happen most probably. I mean, again, this is going to be the same thing what we saw in the World Cup 23. Schedules postponed. Someone was telling me that the schedule will be posted, but there will be no venue, so there's no actual point of that schedule. There is a team right now, I think, in Pakistan, Lahore or Karachi. They've traveled to see the arrangements that are made by the PCB officials. तो देखेंगे कि भाई उनके इंतज़ाम कहाँ तक पहुँचे. Deadline is January first week or the December last week, I think. That's the deadline for the Champions Trophy venues to be finalized and to make sure that all the checks are done and all the stadiums are up to mark. So we're waiting for that as well. So, but there is UAE and Sri Lanka that has been sidelined for India's matches already. That has also been working in the side. कि भाई will UAE and Sri Lanka be able to host? I don't know if Sri Lanka should, because वहाँ पे कोई भी बारिश हो जाती है और ख़राब वो रहता है. And there's an easier access from UAE to Pakistan rather, I think, than Sri Lanka. So वो हिसाब से they're most probably going to go with UAE. So we're still waiting on that confirmation. But yeah, we saw this coming. So there's nothing new. BCCI not wanting to travel or India not going to travel तो आ चुका है. अब वो fight होगा एक आध 3 हफ्ते और I mean, you just wait till the IPL auction, post the IPL auction, when Jesh, I think, takes his charge on December 4th in the UAE ICC office mein, as a chairman, then you will see the news rolling out. So you have to wait for that auction, and then which is happening in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Then you have to wait for Jesha sitting on the throne of the ICC chairman, and then you will start seeing the news roll out. जब तक हम कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे. All these are planning a lot for Rishabh, in my opinion, even more. Yeah, 100%. I mean, because this guy is the guy who is going to be, let's say, the वो बोलते ना वो टेल वाइप कर देना, चलो ठीक है, बट देयर ऑलवेज दैट बैट्समैन हु विल टेक एंड चेंज द गेम ऑन हिज ओन. दैट्स ऋषभ पंत. आई थिंक ऑस्ट्रेलिया डेफिनेटली वोंट वांट टू वो बोलते चोक होल्ड डाल के पूरे को ख़त्म कर दें को एक तरीका देंगे. ऋषभ पंत इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू बी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट विकेट इन सिचुएशन वेर यू सी, अल्लाह ना करे विराट ये लोग कोलैप्स हो गए एंड विकेट चली गई उन लोगों की, एंड इट्स जस्ट ऋषभ पंत विल प्रॉब्ली लाइक अश्विन और समवन, फिर तो भाई they would want to put complete lockdown. So they're definitely planning for him for sure. PSCB will forfeit match against India and CT. Nah man, no chance. I don't think that they will. India should be the one, right? Like, why would Pakistan have to forfeit if India is not traveling? But in a world like that, I don't think any of these teams would forfeit. They'll still play. Even if they have to go to Dubai, they'll go to Dubai and come. Or they'll come up with some way, bro. Like, कुछ तो भी होगा इब्राहिम भाई, आप फिगर ना करो. They'll manage to do something which will be like, अरे भाई ये for the first time हो रहा है यार. They'll go to Dubai, they'll come, but they won't forfeit. That's the one thing that you notice over the years. I don't think any team has ever forfeited a match just because they don't want to play in that venue. Yeah, series bilaterals, okay. You've seen Australia not travel to Afghanistan because whatever reason and that. But I think if India doesn't want to go to the if India won't travel to Pakistan, then yeah, you just have to wait and see. I mean, you could say that Pakistan will travel because they've already got their budget allocated, they've already got the money, so they really aren't missing out on anything. But points and the PCB members are saying that they won't travel to the UAE. I mean, that's not possible. I mean, because अगर ऐसा situation आ गया ना कि they lose their matches at home and there's a world where India से खेलना ज़रूरी है for them to qualify to the next stage. Let's just say that there's always in these continent countries, subcontinent countries, there's always that अरे भाई ये कर देना, because points अगर चले गए तो फिर then they'll be blamed on those points, right? Like, why didn't you just play the match? So I think they'll still play, but again, like I said, we'll have to wait for the ICC to give a okay to Gaddafi in the National Stadium in Karachi and Lahore, and then we'll have to see Mr. Jay Shah sitting on the throne, and then we'll have to see what rolls out. There's still going to be like, when the Champions Trophy, like in February, I think January तक आपका schedule, January mid तक आएगा. So then again, ticket sales problem, air tickets problem, hotels problem. You see the same problems that are happening in most of the ICC tournaments that are scheduled in Asia. rather जो इंग्लैंड में हुआ था 2019 में, you already had 8 months prior, you know who was playing where. In Australia you knew who was playing where जब 2015 में हुआ था, but in these countries there's always going to be a problem with that. So anyone who wants to travel can't travel because he doesn't know what the dates are, he doesn't know what the venues are, and this drama will always happen. Other than that, just like you said, I would actually second that. I mean, I think Mustafa would be the same कि भाई forfeit कर दो तय है तो points, या नको खेलना ही नहीं है बोल दो खत्म. Would they want Ashford Judd? Would they want Ashford Judd to be better fielder and also perform better last game? Better fielder and also perform better. Yeah, or yeah, Jaddu also is a good option, but it just I don't know what they're going to look at. For me right now, I think Ash will go just for experience. I don't know experience का बहुत रहता है इंडिया वालों को. And Lion versus Ash पूरा वो एक दिमाग में बैठा लेते. Australia and West Indies forfeit World Cup match 96. World Cup as they didn't want to travel to Sri Lanka, and England New Zealand forfeit a match in 2003 as New Zealand didn't want to travel to Kenya and England. But again, like there's no India or Pakistan. Like I'm talking about these countries. Sena countries तो सिर पे रहे. Australia didn't travel to Afghanistan. But this is like again trivia for me because I didn't know this. Australia and West Indies forfeit World Cup 96. That's incredible. So I don't know if India will do it. And on that basis, if we get eliminated, then that'll be another troll, right? Like if either of the countries get eliminated in today's Champions Trophy based on the forfeiting of that thing, and then your results don't go in your way, then that'll be again humiliating and a little bit more embarrassing. But maybe there's an opportunity there, like you said. If it's happened in the past, it could happen again. Let's just see. I don't know, but मेजॉरिटी तो मेरे को ये दिख रहा है कि भाई इंडिया का मैचेस दुबई में हो जाएंगे. मे बी द पाकिस्तान गेट्स फॉरवर्ड, मे बी जस्ट पाकिस्तान ट्रैवल्स एंड दे जस्ट से खलास थिंग अनलेस पूरे को तो आई डोंट सी कि भाई चैम्पियंस ट्रॉफी निकालेंगे, उखाड़ देंगे, बट वी जस्ट हैव टू वेट एंड सी. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up things today. Like we mentioned, let's take a recap. That Pakistan have beaten Australia after 22 years under his once captaincy or maiden captaincy attempt. He's won him a series in Australia after 22 years. Varun, despite picking up a fiver, South Africa leveling the series in Kekwara 1-1. So we're looking at the third T20 on Wednesday. Sri Lanka and New Zealand draw the T20 series 1-1, and the ODIs begin soon. BCCI want to play in UAE or Sri Lanka. PCB don't want to play the match now because India will travel. Yeah, you need this, right, for the media houses. You need this for clickbait. You need this for a lot of things. So this is going to roll on till the IPL auction and post the IPL auction. So just wait for that. And then once the chairman comes in power, then what are you going to say, right? So you just have to wait and see what happens. But till then, thank you so much, Ibrahim bhai. It was fun as always to chat with you. Ammar, thank you so much for helping me out tonight. Ashish, for your happy birthday again in advance. तो नहीं बोलूँ, अब तो हो गया एक दिन, बड़े हो जाओ अब. And everybody else who joined us, Shakil bhai, hopefully कोई ना कोई तो बशीर बाग आ ही जाएगा. But yes, it was incredible fun today. We hope to be more energetic and upbeat coming in for the newer streams. Till then, take care of yourselves and good night, everyone. Thank you. चिपक गया है. Thank you so much.